By show of hands, how many of you in the audience wish you could direct some of that bailout package? Lots of hands going up. Well, I'm here to tell you that the volunteer service organizations in your community need that help more than anyone. So consider this presentation your stimulus plan. My name is Brian Carson. About 20 years ago, I was making some really poor decisions. My heart was near empty. I didn't finish high school. I left home. I was an 18-year-old broke genius. I moved in with my 64-year-old grandmother, and I was feeling super cool. You see, Georgia Middleton never gave up on me. See, she was a long-term investor in me. Since I was very young, Georgia used to take me on character walks in which she would pay me 25 cents to listen to her talk about life and what was important and how to build stronger communities. Well, I'm an example of how that investment can pay off in huge returns. Just last year, I had the opportunity to volunteer with over 10 organizations. I donated hundreds of hours of my time and had the opportunity to contribute thousands of dollars to those organizations. And I don't tell you this to brag. Sincerely, I don't. I'm just trying to establish some credibility for this story. See, Georgia told me there were 3 things, challenges that are going to weigh you down when it comes to volunteering: time, talent, and being together. Well, let's talk about each of these one at a time. Time being the first. The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics tells us that only 1 in 4 Americans volunteers in the community every year. Those who don't most often give the excuse, I don't have time. Well, that's baloney. You have the same amount of time that I do and the other people in this room. You can't make time, you can't find time, you can't borrow time, and you can't steal time from the person next to you. The only thing you can do is make good decisions on how you allocate the time that you have. 1 in 4 is ridiculous. I know each of you in the room can figure out how to manage your schedule that once a year you can volunteer in your community. That one's easy. The second thing that I hear when I talk to people about volunteering more is they say, Brian, well, I'm not that talented. I don't have anything to offer. What could I do? That's also baloney. I've met people in this room who have volunteered their time coloring stencils, cutting objects, stapling, that's my specialty, all the way to teaching robotics and judging the sophistication of an underwater vehicle made by some middle school students in downtown Phoenix. I mean, crazy smart people. Right, what I would ask you to consider is that your talent and your talent connected together with my stapling, right, together, that changes the puzzle, right? So we solve that problem. Move on to the hard one. The hard one is being together. My biggest fear, the amount of time that we're spending together helping other people in our community is decreasing, right? Because the amount of time we're allocating to spend online is increasing. That's my biggest fear. Right? A lot of us in this room already have been tweeting about this, and I'm going to blog about that, and I'm going to tell people that I dig this guy, and I'm going to go watch her on YouTube a couple times. Right, but you're able to allocate time. That line's going up, but it's coming at the cost of the red line. The community line is heading in the wrong direction. Right? That's the line that shows us how much time we're spending together in our community. Volunteering at Chandler area neighborhoods, teaching this kid to read and teaching this kid how to solve partial differential equations. Right? Or maybe it's going out in your neighborhood, collecting food to take to St. Mary's, to give out to people who can't afford to buy food themselves right now. Right? The biggest contribution you can make in your community is to get that line headed in the right direction. Winston Churchill reminded us that you make a living by the things that you get, but you make a life by what you give. So on the ride home tonight, I want you to think about these 2 questions. Who are you investing in for the long term in your community? Whose heart will you ignite as you give back? My name is Brian Carson. That's all the time I've been allocated tonight. I'll see you out there in the community. Thank you very much.